Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 21st to the 30th, 2019, that's 2019 reading for you. So let's see what Spirit has in store for you, or has to say about this time. Scorpio, September 21st to the 30th, 2019, Scorpio. 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 Show me clearly, 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 show me clearly. Fantastic. That's where the cards fell, so that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything, we have the Hermit. At the heart of the reading, crowning it, we have the Empress. That's beautiful. Then we have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords at the root, so you're definitely taking this gift of knowledge, the Lovers, Two of Swords, Three of Wands. There you are, Knight of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. Let's see your fairy guidance right here. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Scorpio, September 21st to the 30th, 2019. Scorpio. This one. Friendship. And discovery. Now, when I pulled this card, Spirit said, be very careful who you count a friend. All right? So, Scorpio, use your judgment during this time. Be very careful who you count a friend. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Scorpio, September 21st to the 30th, 2019. Scorpio, September 21st. Rejuvenation. And this one right here. Creativity. You're going to have a rejuvenation of creativity. You're going to be drawn to what you love during this time. As that happens, let it. Don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I have, too much to do, too many responsibilities. Let yourself have moments, especially during each day, Scorpio, just to enjoy yourself, just to take in the beauty of being alive. Right here we have rejuvenation. Rejuvenating your mind, body, and spirit. Rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. That's what creativity is going to do. Is going to give you. It's going to give you a fresh and renewed approach to life, but you are also going to find that you're rejuvenated, that you feel more energized, more rested, a lot more, it's just more beautiful. That's what I keep on hearing from Spirit. You'll just feel more beautiful, and you'll have a radiance coming from you, just coming off of you that draws people to you. That's why they're saying be very careful who you count a friend during this time, because you will have a lot of people wanting to be around you, but you can't trust all of them. I hate to say it, but that's what Spirit is saying here. The color that shines through is green. Excuse me. That's healing and cleansing your heart chakra. Then we have creativity. Creativity is a natural part of you that can be ignited and developed. Let it be developed. Let that natural part of you, let what your heart is drawn to really sing and guide you forward, lead you forward. The color that shines through here is yellow. That's healing and cleansing your solar plexus chakra. Then we have friendship. When individuals with common bond cross your path, friendship is discovered. Do not mistaken friendship for solidarity, for, camaraderie. There is going to be somebody here who comes in, you have common bonds, you have common ground, but this is going to be a fair-feathered friend. I mean, really, seriously, don't trust this person, all right? But there are going to be other people who come into your life during this time who you really do trust, all right? So just be very mindful. I'm going to take a sip of tea to get this tickle out of my throat. And then we have discovery. Behold the world with new eyes. That's what you're doing. You're turning inward, and as you're turning inward, you're reclaiming your throne. You are moving yourself forward. You're embracing what you love, and you are discovering the world with new eyes. at the heart of everything is Virgo, right? This is a time period, well, this is the time period that we will be just coming out of. This is August 23rd to September 22nd. Passion lighting your way, guiding your feet, right? If you have a Virgo moon, especially, or a Virgo rising, because the sun is right there, the star is right there, I should say, you are going to find that you are very drawn to the caring and the compassionate. You are also going to find that you need to turn inward more, okay? More so than the other Scorpios. Scorpio, you yourself, even if you don't have this as your moon, have a Virgo as your moon, you're going to need to turn inward. You're just going to need those quiet times. If you can take them, especially at night, to just kind of settle your thoughts. If you can have with you a little notebook to jot things down in, all right, it's going to help you organize your thoughts, and it's also going to help invoke your creativity. You know, it can be that you write down little poems that have been, you know, kind of rummaging through your head and you've always wanted to write them down. Now's your time. You can write down little stories, you know, sketches. It doesn't have to be anything as creative as that. You can just write down your thoughts for the day, keeping a little journal by you. You're going to find that to be a very inspirational tool that moves you forward. And then you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is you. You are a water sign. You're represented by the cups in the minor arcana, by the death card in the major arcana. You're rising above chaos. You're moving forward in your truth. You are embracing healing. You are embracing what it is that you love. You have your armor on. You know the darker side of human nature. And that understanding of the darker side of human nature is something that you personally, Scorpio, really do understand quite well. Maybe more so than other signs. Well, yes, no, right now I'm seeing it more so than others. You are blessed with this understanding that not everybody is going to be out to be your cheerleader. Not everybody is going to want you to succeed. You're going to be aware of this, and that's why you're going to you're not going to be fooled by this person. This person is who wants to be your friend, but who really isn't, who's just trying to use you, right? You're going to definitely know you are. Now, I see this person. It's so interesting because it touches here. I see it as this triangle. So it can be another water sign, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. But it can also be a Virgo here. So if you have your moon in Virgo or your rising in Virgo, know that you might feel yourself being kind of at war with yourself just for a little bit. I know that sounds funny, but that's what I'm seeing here from Spirit. So know that you might find that a part of you, you see how this is how the Hermit is moving this way and the Knight is moving this way. You are going to find that a part of you wants to turn inward, wants to be left alone, needs to kind of take things in a lot more slowly. And then there's going to be another side of you that's all about the action. That's all about going for it, embracing what your heart wants, not really having or wanting to think about it too much, just going off of feeling. You need to come to a middle ground. And that's going to be very strong if you have a Virgo moon, but it's also going to be very strong for all of you Scorpios, just to find that balance. Okay? Then we have the Empress and the Three of Wands. Now, this is a repeat of the number 3, so you are crowned with divine blessings. So that's absolutely spectacular. And I love it that she has the crown upon her head, the torque around her neck that's being twice crowned. In ancient Celtic times, it is believed that the torque was worn by those who were of high station. So it can be kings or queens, it can be lords, it doesn't really matter what they were. It does matter that they were distinguished. And so this is what I'm seeing here with you. It doesn't mean that you have to be the very, very, very best. It just means that you are darn good at what you do, and people are going to take note of it. That's what I'm seeing for you here, Scorpio. I also see you sending out your ships, getting a sense of the endless possibilities set before you, about the fact that you can accomplish almost anything that you want. And I know that that sounds maybe too good to be true, but it's not. You are going to see that as you embrace your power and your truth, as you move forward in your confidence, you're reclaiming your throne. That's how I see the Empress, especially in the Llewellyn Tarot deck, when it's represented by Rhiannon, because she loses everything and she reclaims her throne. She pulls herself up, kind of by the bootstraps, and she doesn't let herself fall. And that's what you're going to be doing here, Scorpio. And as you do, there's going to be intense creativity that comes over you. It can be in your home life. It can be in your work life. It is actually going to be in all corners of your life if you embrace it. You're going to be getting messages from Spirit. Listen, they're going to help you move forward. With the three of Wands, there is a sense of also seeing a return on your investment, seeing things that you have really worked towards. And it doesn't have to be just at work. It can be personal goals that you have had that are you're starting to see leeway. Like, let's say you've been working hard to lose weight. You're going to see pounds being shed. Okay? If you're working really hard to have that beautiful garden or to get the lawn cleaned up, or, it can be really mundane things like that. But you're going to see leeway coming. You're going to see yourself moving forward. And it can be within your home. You've been working really hard to have more peace within your personal life. You're going to see yourself moving forward. So I don't want you to think that only your ships coming in has to be, with career, has to be with investments, because it doesn't have to be that way at all. So I don't want you to limit yourself to the blessings that the divine are giving you. Because sometimes, actually a lot of the times, the divine puts a lot more stock on things that we as human beings take for granted, and then things that we as human beings really value, like money and, time and everything like that. The divine doesn't really value as much as we do. So know here, these are going to be divine gifts. So this is going to be something that divine thinks that you absolutely need, that you absolutely deserve. So be prepared for it not to be a showstopper, for it not to be kind of that firework life that I talk about where everybody gets to see. Let it be something small, because it's actually going to be something that's highly beneficial for you and that moves you forward in a way that takes your breath away. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. And then we have here an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. Right? Again, strong Virgo presence right here. And then we have strong Gemini presence right here. So these two most likely talk about a Gemini and a Virgo, but it doesn't have to stay just to those two, to let you know. You're going to be moving forward, knowing your mind, knowing what it is that you want. Right? Do not charge off without having all the information, without having a clear plan. It doesn't mean that you have to have everything planned out to the letter, but it does mean that you have to, and have to is what I'm hearing here from Spirit. You have to know where it is that you stand. You have to know what your heart wants, what your soul wants, because we are emotional beings, and especially for water signs. I mean, you live in your emotions so much more. So you might find that your heart is telling you to go one way and your head is telling you to go another. You're going to need to find the balance between these two, because that can be the couple that's coming together. It can be you, just finding that balance, knowing that truth, and then charging forward. The Knight of Swords is definitely taking this gift of knowledge, of blessings, of understanding. You're going to have a way with words during these 10 days that is absolutely beautiful. You're going to have a comprehension of self, all right? There's going to be a sense of a flow of communication that can really bring you more money. So do know that. Do note that. There is also a sense here of, as you're charging forward, as you're going after what it is that you want and where you want to be, there is going to be kind of a word game here. Oh, that's weird. All right, somebody's going to say something. You're going to interpret it one way. It can very well be this earth sign energy. It can be an air sign energy, but I see this more as being around you, this air sign energy. So this person's going to say one thing. You're going to interpret it one way. They're going to mean it a different way. So be very careful in your interpretation of what people are saying at this time. All right? And also be careful of the way that other people are interpreting what you are saying. All right? I know that sounds weird and you can't control other people's interpretations, but for some of you, Scorpios, there's going to be a little bit of a mix-up, a little bit of a, what the heck are you talking about? Kind of tempers rising just a bit here is what I'm seeing over something that was said that was misinterpreted. It wasn't that you said things wrong. It's that the person took those words and their definition of them is very different than your definition of them. Okay? So just know that. There's prosperity coming in, but you're also going to be a student of your prosperity. So this is a great time if there's anything that you want to learn, if there's anything that you have been thinking, maybe if I take this course or read this book, it will really help propel me forward. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it, to get a certification that could move you forward in your career. Now's the time to do it. Also, that journal, that little notebook that I said to keep around you, it's going to be really good to help propel you forward. Because if you write down your goals, write down your desires, and then see what needs to be done in order for you to get there, because there's going to be a sense of a profound learning around you, an ability to learn, know, and comprehend that moves you forward, that moves you from being the student to being a knight, to the defender of what it is that you want, but also to being this hermit. And I know it sounds odd to say that you will become a hermit, but it's not in the definition as if you kind of just pull away from everyone and you go live under a bridge or anything like that. What I see it as, actually I see this as, and it's going to sound funny, but in the Georgian time period, people would have hermits come and live on their land, because the people believed that these people, like the hermits that would live on their land, would take away the sins so that they could live in great excess, while they had a starving person kind of living on their land doing penance for them. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Not in the starving person or anything like that, but these people were usually artists. These people were usually highly creative, and they needed this time to have kind of a roof over their heads, because they would have a cave put on the property. They would actually make a cave for a hermit to go and live on. So what I'm seeing here is your prosperity will increase as you pull away from the chaos of the world and you are able to focus on your art, on your truth. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to be an artist. It just means that you are focusing on what's important to you. I see this as an art, something that you were blessed with. So this could be, pulling inward, looking at things to increase the prosperity of your family. Pulling inward, looking at things differently to get that promotion that you've been going after. This is what I'm seeing here. You are embracing what it is that you love. Now you have a repeat of the number 6. This is a very nurturing number, all right? So here with the Lover's card, now this also represents a Gemini, a time period of May 21st to June 20th. This could be coming up. Something from this time period can be coming up. You are going to see that the angels bless you, that there's a duality of your spirit that you are embracing, that knowledge comes your way. And definitely with this triangle right here, there is a sense of, for some of you, a Gemini is going to lead you towards knowledge. And now if you have Gemini in your chart, this is going to be a time where that Gemini is really kind of taking the reins of things and saying, look here, question this, look at that, dig deeper. There's just going to be this curiousness to you, this curiosity to you that is almost going to seem insatiable. There's also this sense of being in love. Now, with this strong Gemini energy and this strong Scorpio energy, of course, because you are a Scorpio and you're shining through here, there is a chance that you can get caught up in the romance of it all, right? Make sure that your feet are still firmly planted on the ground and that this person wants the same thing from life that you want. Now, if you just want a really good romance, then now's the time. No strings attached. You both go on your way afterwards. But if you want a romance that means more, that has a firm foundation, make sure that you ask the questions. Make sure that you don't get swept away too quickly, because I do see somebody here who can just kind of sweep you off your feet and you'll be all ready for it and things won't quite work out the way that you would want them to, quite seriously. Ace of Swords, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, understanding, cutting through the bull, being able to move forward, knowing your mind and knowing what it is that you want. There's a duality of your spirit. You're going to feel pulled in 2 separate directions. Let yourself embrace both directions, but don't let yourself lose the bigger goal of what you want, of where you're headed, and what's right for your heart and your soul. There's a lot of... Okay, sorry for the pause. I just listened to Spirit, and I can't always talk while they're talking. So here, there's a lot of people going to come in who are going to... There are a lot of things that are going to be happening around you that are going to want to pull you one way and can pull you off the course, Scorpio, of what is right for you. It can be other people, very much a Virgo or a Gemini, but there are all the people here pretty much shining through. And so there can be people around you that want to pull you in one direction, a group of them, or a place where you feel like you fit, but they're just kind of pushing you off your course a little bit. Don't do what they want you to do. Do what feels right for you. And that may be a very specific message for a very specific Scorpio, but that's what Spirit is saying here. And they're saying it very powerfully. You're embracing two parts of yourself. You're being able to fall in love with the masculine and feminine energy that is you. And embrace that. Absolutely, positively embrace that, because it's beautiful. It brings you knowledge, it moves you forward, and it brings you to a prosperity that you hadn't expected. You're at a crossroads right here. And that crossroads is going to bring up things from your past that you still need to heal from. As you heal, as you embrace your truth, don't walk down kind of memory lane and get caught there. Don't say, oh my gosh, I know what's going to happen because I met somebody kind of like this person before and I can't trust them because they remind me of. Look at the person anew. Don't be foolish. Don't repeat past mistakes. But don't live in the past, because I can see that very easily happening during this time period for you, where you just kind of get caught up and you're at this crossroads and you're pivoting and you want to move forward towards greatness, but there's also going to be a part of you that's going to repeat past patterns, and it's going to feel like that's really comfortable. I know what happens there, because you'll have met people like this before, you have been in situations like this before, and you're going to want to kind of walk down that road. Don't judge them right off the bat, because for some of you, you will be surprised by these people, by the way that they're moving forward. You will have judged them a bit too harshly, but don't commit to something that isn't right for you, because I do see you at a crossroads. And if you go down the more familiar road, you're going to be going down the route that you have kind of been down before and that you don't really want. Choosing the path that is right for you means choosing your passion, choosing your heart, and listening to your inner truth. As you do so, your ships will come in and you will move forward in greatness. Your subconscious message, the Five of Wands, chaos, a sense of having an inner battle with yourself, of needing to stand your ground, especially with you, especially with your own thoughts, because you're going to be pulled in two different directions. You're going to try and justify everything and understand everything, because you have that huge Gemini presence right here who can logic and see the both sides of the story and doesn't really want to choose either side, right? You're going to have to choose you, Scorpio, and that is going to be the greatest gift that you can give yourself. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye.